What's your number one hack for the holiday season?
Everybody listening right now is quant, conversions. This time of year, get it out.
This is your version of Breaking Bad.
Yes, we're focused in the millennial demographic.
The very next thing you should think about is that
you can't forget about SEO.
The trick is the relationship with the carriers, right?
I'm Mac.
I'm Sabir, and this is Hacking the Holidays.
Hacking the Holidays podcast miniseries is produced and brought to you by VaynerMedia and Shopify Plus to help you hack the holidays. Visit us on the web at VaynerMedia.com/e-commerce. In this episode, we talked to Nolan Walsh and Lee Elliott about Amazon. All hail Amazon.
Nolan Walsh is a co-founder of Thursday Boots Company, which he founded in 2014 with Connor Wilson. Thursday Boot Company was born out of frustration. Clunky work boots or delicate fashion boots, overbranded boots that fall apart after a couple weeks, or boots that are way out of our price range. At Thursday Boots, we make modern classics that deliver at the best possible value to the community. We believe in clean design, only using the highest quality materials, and integrity. When you put on a pair of Thursdays, you'll be ready for whatever the day brings your way. Work hard, play hard, and live every day like a Thursday. And Lee Elliott's a vice president of digital media at VaynerMedia. Lee still gets his hands dirty on a daily basis, but he cleans up very nicely for client-facing work. As an effective and eloquent advocate for his own work with extensive presentation experience, he makes life easy on an account team. Sense of humor is an added bonus.
Not a value add though; it costs extra. So I'll just itemize that after this. We can talk about it.
I like my pitch. That was pretty good.
Thank you. Nolan, Lee, thank you so much for coming on Hack the Holidays.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean it was in the office, so why not?
It's easy for you.
Yeah, not terribly inconvenient.
I think the pastries are good too.
That also.
We bribe our guests here. I'm excited to dive in deep onto Amazon and what that means for your businesses. Nolan, why don't you start with telling us a little bit about your business and how it came to be?
Awesome. So as you said in that beautiful, eloquent pitch, started Thursday Boot Company in 2014. And the brand's really well encapsulated by the name Thursday, where it's the day of the week. You work hard, but unofficial start of the weekend. So we make products with that versatility in mind. And we started in 2014. Really focus on offering the best product at the best value, and have been growing pretty steadily ever since, and do a lot of business on Amazon and love Shopify Plus.
Great. And Lee, why don't you tell us a little bit what you do at VaynerMedia?
Sure. I lead our anti-social practice, which is defined as all the media outside the core social auspices of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, etc. And of course, what falls under that, one of the major parts of that, and increasingly so in 2017 and definitely 2018 and beyond, is basically the full Amazon ad tech stack, which is a part of their business that they're increasingly invested in, which is impressive given how many successful parts of their business are to keep track of and invest in. So that's definitely become a much more major focus of mine here day to day.
Great. So Nolan, tell me a little bit about going from selling directly online. Did you begin on Shopify and then move into Amazon, or what was the process there?
Yep, that's exactly right. So in October 2014, we launched on Kickstarter. And it was very much a bootstrapped project.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. And that was a little intended. But right after that, we launched our Shopify store and knew we wanted to go direct to consumer and cut out the middleman, the whole e-commerce story. But we realized that it is hard for people to have faith in a new brand, especially for something as sensitive as footwear in their feet. And we really liked the idea of Amazon being able to list our products side by side, the bigger legacy brands, and really help validate how our product is a better value and of high quality. And then I'd say the other part of it is, Amazon's the 200, 800 pound, gorilla in the room. And we wanted to make sure we understand that platform and, decided that it makes a lot of sense to at least put our best sellers up.
I like that you believed in your product so much that you thought it could stand toe to toe with other boots on Amazon?
Well, we know. So we
You're on a roll there.
The first one was
That's good. That was good.
Can we get a boot pun counter? Maybe?
I thought you were the sense of humor.
Yeah, sorry. No, I know. Someone ring a bell every time we have another boot pun, right?
Yeah, so we really stepped up and decided to go for
It's 3 if you're counting at home, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah. So basically, we knew we weren't going to focus on wholesale. Amazon has a platform fee of 15%, which is a lot more tolerable for a relatively low margin price point. So first, recognize it's viable. Second, we make our boots in the same factories with the same suppliers as the legacy brands you've probably heard of that sell for $400 to $600. So we felt pretty confident that we were gonna stack up well.
When you think about Amazon versus your own site, or Amazon and your website, which strategy do you follow?
It's definitely and.
It's and. Okay.
Yeah,
Tell us about that.
What's that?
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we, there is a symbiotic relationship where, Amazon advertising works great, more the manual stuff than the automatic. But we see even when we're not increasing our Amazon ad spend, but spending more on digital acquisition via Facebook AdWords, Amazon picks up as well. Not everyone wants to buy footwear via Amazon. We don't put all of our products up on Amazon. It's really more, the best sellers where we're not really strapped for
Margin?
Not margin, but we're pretty consistent at pricing. Like, we always try to put things at the best price possible. But with new products, there's a scarcity factor. So we actually do weekly production runs and have kind of 6-week design to launch
Oh, wow, that's
implementation
quick.
cycles.
Yep.
So very quick.
Yep.
And for new products, a lot of times either they work and sell out instantly, then there's big wait lists, or kind of, get phased out very quickly. And
Goes into clearance.
no, so we don't do any sales or discounts. Back to before we were talking.
There's
before
an
the
idea
show.
for outlet then.
Right. So we plan inventory pretty well. So we don't.
That's great.
Don't do that. But
Yeah, that's huge. We see like a really direct correlation between the ability to offer some exclusivity or a different and essentially more core branded experience on site and people's success with that highly successful symbiotic end. There are a lot of people who are in the situation where generally if someone, when you first start discussing Amazon, their first complaint is, I've got a tiger by the ears and I'm slowly selling everything more and more there and I'm succumbing to it. Like we can already guess, and it's always the case. They say, well, do you have any site exclusives, or like, do you have a different release cycle for what's on your own site versus Amazon? And so that's tremendous to especially have like such a scarcity driven exciting release cycles people have for shoes. Like that's a great way to use it.
Nolan, can you talk a little bit about how you don't discount your products? So Black Friday, Cyber Monday is coming up. It's the big time of the year that everyone's
It's
selling
next week.
their items. It's next week. Are you going to be offering any discounts at all?
we're not. So since launch, we've never done a sale or discount. We really believe in this idea of, I guess, just building a product and brand that we're proud of. And part of that, at least for me personally, is integrity. And I really didn't like how so many brands play just ridiculous games with their pricing strategy, although I know it works. Mm-hmm. And want to just offer like good, consistent, clean pricing. So our products are priced as if they're always on sale. For Black Friday through Cyber Monday, we're actually teaming up with some great charities, including Red Cross, USO, National Breast Cancer Foundation, to offer anyone who purchases in that time period, we're going to donate $20, which is, good amount of profits. Yeah, for any boot purchase to the charity of people's choosing.
That's great. Yeah, and in the time where everyone's fighting to sell their product and discount and make more money, you're actually kind of going to lose some margin on helping out in a charity. That's really great. I think that, are you expecting an increase in sales volume as well, just because that it's still the holiday season?
Yeah. So sales right now, especially for something that is quite seasonal like boots, sales really pick up November through December. So. We've been seeing good trend lines.
I think controlling the inventory and building up that scarcity, I think, helps with pricing quite a bit as part of your strategy.
Yep.
I mean, if you were over invested in inventory, then you have to move that inventory because it's going to be spring soon.
Exactly.
And then you'll be in trouble, and that's why a lot of brands do get into trouble, and then that's why they have. We were joking about clearance and outlets and stuff. Those are realities for a lot of companies, that they know that there will be some opportunity. I mean, if they're not managing their inventory right, there might be quite a lot of inventory that goes into the clearance section.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lee, let's kick it over to you for a bit. You talked to me about 3 different types of sales channels on Amazon. What are those?
Yeah, the 3 primary media channels, and some of these names are even kind of in flux because I think they're trying to move like Amazon Media Services to more of an umbrella name for a lot of it. But you have Amazon Search, traditionally known as Amazon Media Services, which I think is going to be familiar to everyone within the digital ecosystem as their search channel.
That's called AMS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's heavily product driven. It's going to look a lot more like 2 of the 3 available formats look a lot more like Google PLAs/shopping ads than a traditional search ad, and even the headline search ad, which gives a little bit more flexibility. Still heavily product driven, which makes sense because it's Amazon versus a more nebulous decision engine where you might be looking for services or information. There's AAP, or the Amazon Ad Platform, which is Amazon's programmatic solution for static and video assets. This is to anyone who has ever played in the space of demand side platforms and like larger, sort of broader, more general media buying tools. This is Amazon's offer. It's evolved significantly and come a long way in the last 2 years from when I first started using it. Among all those platforms, it's kind of like, if Google's product was a Swiss Army knife, then like Amazon was like just foot long like bear skinning implement or like a machete, like pretty much good for one thing and not a lot else.
Sure.
Unless you're particularly...
It's just an analogy. We don't believe in hunting, right?
No, absolutely not. I think I'm the only person from the region of the Southeast who's never killed an animal out in the wild, so no hunting here.
Claim to fame.
Yeah, the only non-hunter in the state of Georgia. But anyway, it's gotten a lot better, and for marketers who are slightly more cognizant of brand safety concerns, it's not as bottom line oriented. The transparency and the brand safety has come a long way. Whereas previously that was sort of a major concern compared to other platforms, but it's really involved. I think when Quidsy, that team was shuttered, I think the engineering resources moved over there. So it's gotten a lot better. And then Amazon Media Group, or AMG, is still sort of the managed service arm that houses a lot of their sort of highest gloss, top line, brand oriented units. You can get a lot of video programmatically now on Amazon, but a lot of their higher impact units, things like they have the wake screen for their Kindle Fires, still sold managed service under the auspices of the Amazon Media Group. And then, of course, the latest rumors about, I've been reading that they're starting to develop an ad offering to some of their streaming video services.
Yeah, I saw that too recently. Yep.
Yeah, that's been circulating out there. I would speculate that'll, although AAP has programmatic video buying elements, and it'd be very exciting to people like me to integrate that immediately, I would guess for a little bit that'll live inside AMG.
I think the thing that I saw was Amazon Prime Video as a free subscription with ads.
Yeah.
So it's similar to when you buy Amazon Kindle with ads, it's a lower price than without ads.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. So some stats are related to Amazon and why we have to take it seriously, right? 177 million active shoppers per month. That's a stat on Amazon. That's a humongous number.
Wow.
That's a buying power, right? 55% of product searches start on Amazon. So Amazon is a product search engine where it used to be on, whether that traffic used to be on Google or other like price comparison shopping engines in the past, right? Price Grabber and such, right? that has moved over to Amazon, where people are searching. They might be standing at CVS or Target, but they are using Amazon to look up information, and that brings us to kind of questions related to like enhanced content, where optimizing your products is the importance of that on Amazon.
Lee, a little bit from you on this topic. So Nolan mentioned he started on Shopify Plus and moved over to Amazon into that space. What would you recommend for someone who's making that leap? What's the first thing that they should do or consider when you're moving into the Amazon area?
I think first, keeping that balance. I would say, one, assess your ability realistically to compete with the e-commerce and sales support resources that Amazon provides. I had a recent experience where I bought something off of Amazon from what was a pretty credible looking like Google merchant seller. I entered one digit of the zip code wrong because my autofill misfired, and I get a Facebook Messenger bot immediately, and I'm like, wow, what a professional bunch. And I'm like, all right, here, sorry, the zip code was entered wrong by one digit. Don't hear back for 4 days. Email sales at. Wow. Don't hear back for 8 days. Then get an email like, oh, it literally says, oh, did you enter the zip code wrong? After my email said, I entered the zip code wrong. I'm really sorry. Next thing I know, it's bouncing back between here and the point of origin. And yeah, I was just kind of reminded, like, geez, like they had the marketing down. Like, I mean, this is a nice, slick, glossy, wonderful mobile experience with an allegedly effective social chatbot support system set up. And I was just like, wow, these guys just blew it.
Yeah, they're top heavy.
Yeah.
They had the marketing and the sales technique down, but the operational, they didn't get you what you needed to have.
Exactly. And so like your realistic assessment of that too, I mean, you guys definitely, it sounds like you guys have a strongly decommoditized brand and the ability to give people a real experience that's core to the brand versus, to the Amazon shopper. Your brand is somewhat subsumed by the Amazon brand. It's the company store of capitalism. I don't know who made this. It's like my only hoodie. I do know I bought it on Amazon because it was the second result at a good price. That the sizing.
Was it a sponsored ad or was it an organic result?
It was organic.
So that's what I do like about enhanced content, where it does allow you to have a stronger brand page, although you're still on the Amazon platform, and show some lifestyle pictures, some more detailed descriptions, and we like the trend that Amazon is going in of allowing brands more control of how their brand's displayed on the platform.
Great. And what do you think the big difference is between selling directly to consumer and having an Amazon site? I know we touched on it a little bit already, but how do you discount, or I guess you don't discount no one. So Lee, this question's for you. What should people be considering when they're thinking about discounting versus their personal site or an Amazon?
And this is like Sabir has more experience with I think the inventory management side of it than I do, but we've talked a lot about you use Amazon to do some of your heavy lifting when it comes from just the stocking and pricing perspective. Amazon is the one thing is it'll show you up on pricing. It is the most like nothing before it. It's such an effective comparison shopping engine that while in the past, if you had some affiliate merchants out there who somehow ended up with your merchandise a little bit cheaper than you were willing to see it, like maybe you got by, like you had the bigger brand presence. We had a consumer electronics brand that was very new, like the whole brand was pretty new. And how this came to be is difficult for me to say, but by the time we launched their paid advertising, partially on Amazon, partially elsewhere, they had Amazon affiliated merchants of theirs and other parties selling the unit. They had 2 units basically, and they had both of them at cheaper prices on Amazon. And because Amazon is such an effective comparison shopping engine, this wasn't even just a pretty bad problem. Like this was a full stop non-starter. We can continue running your ads here, but
you're competing against yourself.
Yeah.
Now.
So I think if anything, people who have complete control of their pricing is, like you said, a very clean pricing, right, and don't perhaps have some sort of incentivized programs or anything where there might be someone out there $1 less. I mean, if it's $2 less and it's an Amazon accredited seller and it seems credible, that could be game over.
Yeah, let me give you another example. There was another in health and wellness, a brand that during their Black Friday, decided to run a BOGO deal. Buy one, get one 50% off, one free, whatever. But this is a replenishable product that you could buy 12 months out of the year. So there were some entrepreneurial consumers that loaded up and sales went up and was very successful. And then they held on to the inventory starting January 1st, set up seller account, and started selling at or better $1 less than the retailer itself, the brand itself, to find that arbitrage, right? That's the game where you thought your BOGO deal went so gangbusters and you're, tapping yourself on the shoulder and the president of the company is thanking you for an amazing sales season, and then starting January, you're screwed.
That's a good cautionary tale. Isn't there also this new subsidized by Amazon thing? Have you heard about this? There's some new program like subsidized by Amazon where I think Amazon's seeing what like Walmart or people like that have, and they will do the discount.
I've seen some articles about that a lot of people are seeing their merchandise priced by Amazon more aggressively, and I think some people have tied it to they just want to get ahead on loss leaders of everyone else. Yeah, which is.
Well, and I think the question also goes into the question beforehand of like how would you start on Amazon, which is take it step by step of like at every juncture there's going to be some little kinks, and even with things like shipping to Amazon where you do bulk shipments during the holidays. I think last year we had an issue of our product just sitting on the docks for like 3 or 4 weeks because they were so backed up that. You really want to plan ahead, go step by step, really do some diligent A/B testing. And
actually, Amazon every year around holidays puts out a PR to inform the world we're not accepting any more merchandise sent to our warehouse. So do not send us any more, because it's millions of SKUs, and they have to be ready operationally to start handling prime orders and holiday orders and stuff like that. So Amazon actually does a PR event around the fact, don't send us stuff because, we're not going to be accepting it anymore. And we have had pretty big, here at VaynerMedia, we've had clients, pretty big names, that they were working very closely with Amazon and that brand missed their deadline related to shipment from their supply chain. And Amazon said, sorry, cutoff date. Good luck next year. Run it next year. We're not taking that inventory anymore.
Pencils
Run it
down
on your own site.
That's when you reroute everything to VaynerMedia.
We have a fulfillment operation in Long Island City. Residents, cover your ears.
I offered that, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. You need to have plan B.
No,
always
absolutely.
Have plan B.
LIC shipping overflow.
Actually, going back to the question of and, right? Amazon and your site. If you think about that, tell us about some of the kind of strategies or tactics where one helps the other.
Yeah, so aside from just having your product on Amazon, and if it's a good product, getting reviews, a great recent example for us is with Amazon Canada, where the shipping costs to Canada, including the tariffs, are pretty expensive. It was costing people.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, right.
I'm Canadian, so I have this issue all the time.
From Ottawa.
Yeah, it would cost extra $30 to $40 for a $200 product, and I could understand being a customer not wanting to pay that extra amount, especially if that means you can't offer free shipping returns because again those incremental costs. So we put our boots up on Amazon Canada, and right away. Saw it did quite well. Then next step was dropping our shipping before we got a real 3PL in Canada, drop our shipping price to 0. Just see if we can validate it more and start some.
But in the margin, you had enough room to do that, to eat the shipping charges.
Well, just thinking long term, where it's like, so what?
It's an investment.
If for a month, like we don't make money on the product, but we can validate, the extra 40-something million people. It's worth it.
It makes sense.
Validated that, then saw, okay, advertising, same strategies are going to work. Let's find 3PL and build a sustainable business.
Great. We asked this question to everyone. Nolan, I'm not sure how effective it's been for you because you don't discount your product, but just more, I think.
But there are quite a lot of brands, luxury brands that are high price brands or luxury brands that do not at all do that, but there are other strategies that they deploy. So your question, I know what the question is, so
Yes.
you can go ahead and ask.
No,
I don't
what's
know the
your number one hack this holiday season?
Our number one hack?
Yep.
I think I need some definitions of hack for this.
I mean, we just heard from a Google shipping hack that's just kind of mind-boggling from our last guest. But not to put that much pressure, I think it's enough of a hack of what you've done to validate your brand and to create that. Like the fact that you put your products on Amazon just so it aligns and shows up next to other big boot companies is a hack. That's something that's like, it's not core to your, maybe it's not going to be your best sales channel, or maybe it's not the most effective thing for you, but you're doing it just to validate your shoes to the market, your boots to the market. And I think that's really important.
Got it. Oh, you want some good little tidbits on what
Sure.
we're doing that's fresh. Okay.
Yeah.
So on the marketing side, we're seeing good results through things like collection videos on
Videos, definitely.
on
Yep.
Facebook, especially like the collection videos where you have a video and then some product tiles below it. YouTube advertising's back going again, seeing some good prices there, and then just offering a great value to our customers every day.
Lee, what do you think? What's the number one hack for the holiday season?
This is an old one, but I'd stop dragging it out there if everyone had adopted it. Get a very clear, numerically down to the dollar or perhaps a range outlay of how much you're willing to spend on marketing across this weekend 2 weeks before. If you have historical data, it should be pretty easy. If not, then at least extrapolate something so that whoever's running any performance marketing or monitoring it for you this weekend has a very clear outlay so that you're not leaving any opportunity on the table. Nor do you get in a little more than knee deep and end up with too little budget for the remainder of Q4. Just especially, I don't think I'm confessing any sort of agency secret here when I say that,
Not that. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry, that's the After Dark where we
Tune in next time.
Yeah, secrets of agency commissions. It's an extremely hectic time for anyone involved in performance marketing, and the absolute last thing anyone wants to deal with, and I'll speak from experience, is be discussing budget outlays, for Black Friday at Thanksgiving dinner. So just do the homework early, set very clear boundaries.
Preferably months in advance.
Yes, preferably, certainly, but there's still...
July and August sounds good.
Yeah, there's still a whole week if you're listening, clients. Just
Call me.
Yeah, exactly. And
Call Lee Elliott.
yeah, DM me anything, please. But yeah, just the more clear the guidelines are and expectations are, the better results you're going to see.
So I got a hack for Thursday boots. This is something that I did when I ran a fashion company. I would put up my popular sizes on Amazon, but I would go out of stock on popular sizes and keep the lesser sizes in stock
Driving to the
to
site,
get
save
organic reach
I like
to
that.
my own site.
Yeah, it's smart.
But you have to
We'll test
play it and understand how to do data feeds properly to actually control that. Not do it across the board, but maybe do it to follow the 80-20 rule, right? 80% of your revenue from 20% of SKUs or products.
Right.
That's an interesting hack where you are getting a lot of referral indirect traffic to your branded site.
Well, Nolan, Lee, thank you guys so much for visiting the show. We learned a ton today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for listening to Hacking the Holidays podcast. We love all of our listeners and we'd like to hear your feedback. Please post your reviews, rating on iTunes, Google Play Store, Stitcher, or wherever you download your podcasts. Hit the like button. Encourage us to do more of this type of programming. Share with us your favorite hacks in the comments section of this podcast. And visit us on the web at VaynerMedia.com/e-commerce. Thanks, Sabir.
Thank you.